In this video, we're talking about the South County Justice Court, which is a misdemeanor court here in Arizona. It's in Yuma County. It's not a very busy court, but we do on occasion see people charged with crimes out of here. So we're going to tell you a little bit more about it. We'll tell you about the court's jurisdiction. We'll tell you about the prosecutors who are in charge of the South County Justice Court. We'll tell you a little bit more about the judge himself. So let's dive into it. When we're talking about the court's jurisdiction, we're talking about the geographic area, the land over which this court has authority. What power does this court have over what area? Well, in South County, it's the bottom, basically most southern part of Arizona on the western side near California. And it looks like this. It's number 2 there. It's highlighted in red. It's got a red kind of overlay. And then the boundaries, the borders are highlighted in yellow. Now you can see here it's right below number 3, which is the Welton jurisdiction, and number 1 is going to be the Yuma County Justice Court jurisdiction. And so this jurisdiction kind of has a lot less of activity than the other jurisdictions. Number 3 has the I-8 that passes through there, and there's a lot of other activity in Yuma County Court jurisdiction, but this jurisdiction really just doesn't have a whole lot of activity. There are people who obviously traveled through it, but it's just a lower volume court than we see in some other jurisdictions. But it is still patrolled by Arizona Department of Public Safety and by the Yuma County Sheriff's officers. And so most of the different violations that we see out of here are going to be related to traffic offenses. So things like criminal speeding, reckless driving, we see some CDL violations out of there from time to time, and then otherwise the DUIs and other criminal charges that are traffic related. Now, if you're cited with an offense like that, a criminal speeding or a reckless driving or DUI, it's going to go over to the Yuma County Attorney's Office. This is the prosecuting agency that's in charge of representing this justice court. They're the ones responsible for prosecuting the case after the police make a citation or make an arrest. Now, Yuma County, it's one of the bigger counties in Arizona, and because it covers a number of different jurisdictions, a number of different courts, the county attorneys, the way that they prosecute cases is by basing it on policies, meaning there's a central hub where the county attorney's office will set their policies, and those policies will trickle down to all of the other different justice courts all throughout Yuma County. What that means, practically speaking, is that if you're charged with a crime and you think that you can go in and just talk to a prosecutor and potentially negotiate your case down, you may want to be a little bit cautious about doing that, because the prosecutors, they typically do not have a lot of discretion or a lot of authority to deviate or to break those policies. They'll say, okay, you've been charged with the DUI and your blood alcohol content was at this level. So they basically are looking at a chart and they say, based on this charge, based on your background, based upon the facts of your case, this is the plea deal that we are authorized to give you. That's our policy, which can be surprising to some people, especially people who've never been charged with a crime before. Can be a little bit shocking. But that's where we come into play. What we do is we do a thorough investigation in your case, find out where there are some gaps or some holes in the government's case, where they're not meeting their burden of proof, and then convince them or negotiate with them to deviate down to give us a better deal than you might otherwise get. Now, the case is also going to be heard by a judge, Judge Juan Guerrero. This judge is somebody who's extremely accomplished. He graduated from law school. He attended University of Arizona. He served 10 years in the Navy hospital as a corpsman with the 1st Marine Division in California. He is somebody who joined the Yuma County Sheriff's Department. He was a patrol deputy. He was a detective. He was in the juvenile corrections, internal affairs, so on and so on and so forth. So he's been in law enforcement for a very long time, was actually an instructor for the police academy. He's a state certified private investigator. He's been very involved in Yuma County. He was nominated in 2007 and 2008, one of the 10 most influential Hispanics in Yuma County, nominated for the Heart of Yuma Outstanding Leadership Award, and then he was elected in 2014 and took office in January 2015 out of South County Justice Court. So extremely experienced. You can see this judge has been around for a very long time. Not a licensed attorney in Arizona by our check, but still he's been around for a very long time and has a lot of experience in law enforcement. Now, just because he was a former police officer or in law enforcement doesn't necessarily mean that we have seen anything from our experience in this court that shows that he's biased one way or the other. We just haven't had that experience. If we do, we'll update this video and make a record of that. But there are some judges who have background in law enforcement, who clearly favor law enforcement. We don't have that experience with this judge, which is a good thing. So that shows that he's at least as biased as he can be given his background, and to the point where we haven't had any bad experiences with him, which is a good thing. So look, if you were somebody you know or love has been charged with a crime out of South County Justice Court, give our office a call. We offer free case evaluations. We'll sit down with you. We'll talk about what you have going on, what charges you're facing, and more importantly, put together a plan for you so you understand how we can help you through this so that your criminal charges are not following you around forever. So give us a call. As I said, free case evaluations, literally nothing to lose. Give us a call. We look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks for watching.